welcome to the Sea Lion building from myself, but much more importantly, from Barley, who's one of our 4 female Californian sea lions we've got here at Playground. So Barley's 19, she was born in Belgium, but she's lived with us for about 10 years now. She's normally quite a big show-off, which is probably why she's decided to come this far. The only sea lion that has decided to come this far, but that's fine. You can help Barley stay nice and excited, like we do with lots of encouragement. It's not a joke. The more applause she is, the more excited she's going to get. She knows what that noise means. She associates it with doing well during the display. So hopefully, the more of it she hears, the less she'll think about what's going on outside. We'll practice one more time. There's lots of you in here. Lots of this. Good audience, Barley, I think. Thank you very much for coming to see us. Just trying to keep the show quite fast-paced to keep Barley excited for as long as we can. We're going to start with something that sea lions are very well known for, and that is, of course, ball balancing. I'm sure everybody out there has seen, or at least heard, that sea lions are very good at balancing a basket on its nose, and they're actually very good at this. Because all sea lions have got really long whiskers. Look how long Barley's whiskers are. They go right down past her mouth. Those whiskers are very long. They're also very sensitive. If Barley lived in the wild, she would use them to help hunt fish. She could sense the ripples that the fish make in the water using those whiskers. They also make ball balancing really easy for Barley. Watch what happens to those whiskers when she's balancing the ball. Oh, sorry, Barley. Try that one more time. There's something those whiskers are being held up around the ball, and Barley can sense which way the ball's moving her nose and to move her head to stop that ball falling off. Well done, you guys. Very nice ball balance. Barley can find fish from about 3 or 4 feet away just from the ripples they make. Barley can hunt when it's dark or when the water's cloudy. Sea lions don't need to use their eyes at all to catch their food. So, we're going to make the game a little bit more tricky. Let's see Barley and retrieve the ball from the pool and bring it all the way back just using those very tiny whiskers. Barley might be able to go all the way back to the stand as well. Very nice. Some sea lions, like Barley's friend Bella, like eating birds. Bella eats seagulls, she's eaten a sparrow, she ate a pigeon once, lots of different birds. Barley prefers fish. There are some animals that would like to eat Barley. Sea lions have a few natural predators. One of them is a killer whale. The other one is the very most dangerous animal that a sea lion would face. We're going to see if Barley can do an impression of this animal. It's really dangerous, and if this animal found Barley, it would eat her. Let's see if we can do a very scary impression of a very dangerous Barley. That was a shark, wasn't it, Barley? That's impressive. Sharks are actually a very big problem for wild sea lions, especially baby sea lions. They sneak up on sea lions and grab them before they see them coming. But sea lions have evolved a few ways that they use to escape from sharks. One method of movement a sea lion would use is called porpoising. It's called porpoising because dolphins and porpoises do this as well. It's jumping in and out of the water over and over again. And it's very confusing for a sea lion, sorry, for a shark, because they're not sure where the sea lion is. Let's see if Barley can demonstrate what porpoising looks like. If Barley was lucky enough to see the shark coming, she would start to porpoise, which looks, hopefully, like this. In and out of the water. Hopefully, Barley was really being chased by a shark. The shark would hopefully get very confused, and Barley would make it back to a beach. Thanks, Barley. That was Barley doing some porpoising, but that wasn't very quick. The thing is, I think if there really was a shark in there, it would have caught you, Barley, and you'd have just finished. Wasn't quick enough, really, was it? Barley really felt like living and she didn't want to be eaten, she might do this instead if she saw the chocolate. So, you can't carry on to that little bit faster than good girl. Unfortunately, it isn't just wild sea lions that get a hard time. Even the sea lions here at Playground Safari Park get quite a hard time as well. Obviously, there aren't any sharks for Barley and her friends to worry about, but she does have to put up with one problem that affects every animal at any zoo or safari park, and that problem is with people throwing bits of litter into their enclosures, which might not sound like a big deal to us, but it's a very, very dangerous thing if you're one of those animals that live in that enclosure. So Barley has a very important message all about litter. This is one of Barley's toys, it's very safe and it isn't going to hurt her at all. But if Barley's toy was a piece of litter and she didn't want it, she wouldn't leave her litter lying around, she'd find one of our bins, she'd recycle it, and she'd like use it for the same thing. Very important message all about litter. Things get thrown into animal enclosures. Barley herself has been made vulnerable because she accidentally ate a piece of plastic that somebody chucks outside. That makes us very sad, doesn't it, Barley? We don't like that at all. No, we don't. So, Barley will be happy if you put everything in it. Thank you, Barley. Very good. We do get asked loads of different questions about our sea lions here in the building, but there is one question that people tend to ask us over and over again, and that question is what's the difference between a seal and a sea lion? Well, for a start, there are quite a few differences, aren't there, Barley? There are some very important differences between seals and sea lions. Barley, of course, is a sea lion. She's not a seal. One way of telling that she's a sea lion is to look at her flippers, because her flippers are very different to a seal's flippers. A seal's flipper is very tiny. It's about the size of a person's hand, and they've got claws on their flippers. If you look at Barley's flippers, you'll see they're huge, they're much bigger than our hands, and they don't have any claws. Thank you, Barley. It's showing us from flippers. Barley's flippers and her front muscles are very, very strong. She's actually strong enough to do something that no seal could do, and that's hold all its body weight up. Because Barley is very strong, she walks very, very differently to a seal. This is actually the easiest way to tell the difference between a seal and a sea lion. It's all about how they walk. Seals crawl on their tummies because they've got tiny flippers. Barley's going to show us how a seal walks. It walks like this. On its tummy, it can't hold itself up. But Barley is a sea lion, she's got big flippers, and she walks up her own. Thank you, Barley. Very nice demonstration. There is one other way of telling the difference between a seal and a sea lion, but it's a lot harder to spot unless you know what you're looking for, and it's all about their ears. Seals don't have ears, they've got tiny holes on their heads because their ear is completely on the inside. Sea lions, like Barley, do have ears. If Barley could stay very still, just for a moment, Barley, if you look very closely at her head, you might be able to spot her ears. And if you can see ears, you're definitely looking at a sea lion, not a seal. Well done you, very still, same to me. That's another really good way to tell the difference between a seal and a sea lion. Barley's doing very well this afternoon, so before we finish, we're going to try and show you guys a few more things. You've probably spotted the ball hanging above the ball. Sometimes Barley can jump high enough to touch that ball with her nose. She doesn't always manage it, but I think we'll give it a go this afternoon. If Barley touches the ball, please give her a big cheer. She always does very well, so I'm going to give it a go. Let's see if this works this afternoon. Demonstrate what
order eh.
Very close to the end of Carly's display, but just before we finish, we might see if Carly can do one more ball jump. Now, I think she made that ball jump look quite good in the end. She definitely hits it, so we're going to see if we can make this a little bit more tricky for Carly and raise it just a little bit all the way up to there. Carly, that is very nice.
Ini pala. More. Hintay pa ng order. Oh.